Take a couple of quiet breaths here to just center and arrive at the beginning of your practice. And with palms down, begin to move with the breath. So on an inhale, stretch your right arm and right leg out long, right, reaching overhead. And then exhale, coming back to that starting position, hand by your side, foot on the floor. Inhale, now move the left arm. So try and control the movement so that the arm and leg are moving through the whole inhale or the whole exhale. So as you inhale, right arm stretches again, right arm and leg moving through the whole in-breath. And now, nice complete exhale, arm and leg moving until you're finished the exhale. Once more on the left, inhale, lengthening long, and exhaling back to center. We'll do that one more time on each side. So as you inhale, lengthening right leg, right arm, and you might want to take a pause here and really stretch. And exhale, come back to center. And last time on the left side. And come back to center. Good. From here, bring your knees one at a time into your chest. Rock a little side to side, massage the low back. You might want to make a couple of circles with the knees. Make sure you circle in both directions. Good. And then coming to stillness, we want to bring the shins parallel to the ceiling, right? And the hands will come back down by the floor. So this will be our starting position. This time we're going to use opposite arm and leg. So I want you to think about the right arm and left leg being attached. So as you inhale this time, right arm will go overhead as the left leg reaches up to the sky, pressing your heel upward. And then exhale, coming back to that starting place. And notice the arm has further to travel. You just have to move more slowly with the leg. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, back to neutral. Take your time. It's okay if you're moving more quickly or more slowly than I am. Right arm, left leg. Back to beginning position. Left arm, right leg. And back. Let's do that one more time each side. So the right arm, left leg. Stretch and reach. In the summer we want to move slowly so we don't overheat. Back to left arm, right leg. And back. Hands on the floor. Now let's do with both legs, both arms. So on an inhale, both feet reach to the sky as both arms come overhead. Exhale, bend the knees so the shins come parallel to the ceiling, hands to the floor. Two more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, bending the knees. This last one we're going to hold. So inhale, arms reach overhead, palms are towards the ceiling, backs of the hands on the floor, right? Soles of the feet reaching the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen through the legs and the arms. Exhale, soften knees and elbows slightly. Two more breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And this time as you soften, bring your hands to your knees. Again, draw the knees into chest. Take any movement here, side to side. And then roll to one side. I'm going to bring my feet to the floor first. And slowly make your way up to seated. You're welcome to grab a blanket here and to sit on a blanket. So coming to a nice, comfortable cross-legged seat. Let's take a twist here. So inhale, take the arms out to the side, and as you exhale, twist to your right. Let your left hand come to the right side of the chest, just underneath the collarbones. Inhale, open out to center, and exhale, twist the opposite side. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale to the right, and let's pause here. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, drop the belly in, and you may find yourself moving deeper into the twist. Take another breath. Lengthen. Exhale, draw the belly in. Inhale, belly in. Good. Use your next inhale to come out through center, and then exhale to the left. Same thing here, we'll hold. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently draw the spine in and belly towards one another. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, engage those core muscles. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come back to center and release your arms down. Give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. Let's make our way up to standing now. You can put your blanket off to the side and come to standing on your mat. Okay. And I'm going to slide my mat just a little bit further back so that I can see you and you can see me. All right, from here sitting on our mat, let's take a nice wide stance. And we'll start by taking the right toes out, the left toe slightly in. We're going to come into a warrior pose. Again, we're going to move in and out. So let's begin with our hands on our heart. And as you inhale, bend now that right knee, reaching the arms out, looking over the right fingertips, and then exhale, softly come back to center. So inhale, reaching out, notice that the front knee is right over the ankle, and exhale back. Two more. Inhale, softly opening, moving through the whole breath again, and exhale back to heart with the hands. This time as you open, let's stay here. You can stay static, or if you'd like, as you inhale, you can turn your palms towards the ceiling. Feel that little movement that happens on the front of the chest, and exhale, palms down. And inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. One more time, inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down, and release your hands back to the heart, straighten the knee, turn your feet parallel. Relax your arms for a moment, take a breath here. And let's go to the other side. So turning the left toes out, right toes in. This time you can keep your hands at the heart or maybe bring them to your belly. So same thing. We're going to inhale and open the arms out as the knee bends, checking that knees over ankle, and exhale, come back. Three more. Inhale and exhale. Nice and soft and fluid here. Inhale, right, taking on that laziness of summer. And let's hold this last one. So if you did it on the other side, want to do it here. On an inhale, you can turn your palms up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. One more breath. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Hands come back to the belly, feet turned parallel. Good. Now we're going to take a deep forward fold. So bring your hands to your low back. Right? And we're going to let the hands run down the back of the legs. So take a breath in, get tall here. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward, leading with your chest. Hands slide down the backs of the legs. Head relaxes at the bottom. And then inhale, engage the core, lengthen the spine as you come back up to standing. Let's do two more. Exhale, coming forward and down. Inhale, sliding back up. And one more time coming down. And let's hold here. Now your choice, your hands can stay on your ankles. They can come to the floor. Or if you like, one of my favorites is to walk my hands forward into a wide leg, downward facing dog. That stretch and lengthening to the back of my hamstrings feels great. But find what is a good place for you. Take a couple breaths here. Good. And if you've walked your hands out, walk them back in towards you. Bring your hands to your ankles. Right, bend your knees slightly. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and come on up to standing. Beautiful. Step your feet together. Right, shake things out. Roll your shoulders, and then come to mountain for a moment and notice how that forward bend felt to your body. Good. Let's come back down to the floor to all fours. So come down onto your hands and knees, grabbing a blanket from underneath your knees as needed. Right, spread your hands wide, knees underneath hips. We'll move into a sunbird flow. So inhale, take the chest forward, lengthen through the whole spine, gazes towards the floor, and then exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine, bring the elbows to the floor and your chest towards your thighs. Good. Inhale, back up into tabletop, chest reaches forward. This time curl your toes and exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, knees come down, chest reaches forward, flatten the toes, and exhale, hips towards heels. Let's do that again. Inhale, coming forward, curl the toes, and exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, coming forward, toes flatten. Exhale, hips towards heels, elbows to the floor. Inhale forward, curling the toes, and exhale into downward facing dog. You can stay here for the next few breaths. If this feels too energizing for you, feel free to come back into child's pose. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Again, pressing the floor away, and then softening through elbows and knees, lengthening here. One more breath. And if you're not already in child's pose, bring your knees down, right? Sink your hips back. Come to rest in child's pose briefly. You can always fold your arms like I Dream of Jeannie and rest your forehead here. And then lifting your head, come onto your belly. Make a pillow with your arms. Rest your forehead, or you can take one cheek here. Come into crocodile pose. So you might bring big toes together, let the heels flop out to broaden through the low back. Take a couple breaths in this pose. Now we'll come into a gentle cobra. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, forehead to the floor. Feet come together so the mounds of the big toes are touching. And we're going to lift opposite legs as we come up here. So as you inhale and lift from the very nape of the neck, you lift your right leg and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting the left leg. Right? Doesn't have to be a high lift. And come back down. Do one more each side. Inhale, right leg. And down. And the left leg. And down. And if you've got it in you, let's inhale and lift everything. So inhaling the chest in both legs. And lowering down. You can rest again in crocodile pose, or right away flip over onto your back. So we're going to make our way there. So join me on your back. And once you get here, take a breath or two. Right. Good. Now we're going to work into a gentle twist. So walk your feet a little wider, right, towards the edges of your mat. Take your arms out in a T. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let your knees drop to one side. Don't worry about which side. Inhale, center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. And exhaling back to the first side. Inhale, center. And second side. All right. Next time we come to that first side, we're going to pause there. So you see knees are wide, not worried about whether they come to the floor. Right? Your head can be looking, facing up towards the ceiling, or you can take your head and turn it away from your knees. Just one of the options. Take a couple of breaths here as you're wringing out. And your next inhale, bring head and knees to center. Pause here for a moment, and then go to the opposite side. The head turns. Couple of breaths. And don't worry about the direction of the head. So if turning the head is uncomfortable, gaze right up at the ceiling. Your eyes could be closed or gaze soft. And then bring everything back to center. Pause here for a moment, and then bring one knee at a time into your chest, and rocking a little side to side. And come back to stillness. Good. Bringing your feet to the floor. Find your blanket, or a small pillow will do. And you're going to press into your feet and slide that blanket underneath your pelvis so that it's comfortable. So you may have to lift and lower your pelvis a couple times so you find that place that's really comfortable for your low back. And you're welcome to stay here. You can turn your palms up in a supported bridge. Just breathe and be relaxed here. An option here, if you like, is to bring one knee at a time in towards your chest, and then extend the legs up towards the ceiling, coming into a freestanding legs up the wall. As you take your feet up, you might want to make a couple of circles with the ankles, and then circle the other way. Good. Come to stillness. Take a couple of breaths here. Nice and relaxed. And then bending your knees one at a time into your chest. Bring your feet to the floor. You can lift your hips and slide the blanket out. I'm going to slide mine down towards my knees. Right? So support from my knees as we come into relaxation. Right? Important, even when we have a short practice, to take a few moments in Shavasana. So let your body settle here. If you need any cushioning under your head, grab another blanket or towel. Take a few breaths here. Notice if you right away want to jump up and go do something else. Remind yourself you have 5 minutes to take care of yourself. Take 2 more breaths here. And you're welcome to stay longer, but we'll come out of the practice now, so as you do so, stretch your fingers and your toes. Now you can bend your knees, sliding the blanket out and off to the side. Right. Let your knees go to one side, roll that side, and then slowly come up to seated. And use your blanket once more to sit. And let's end with a nice cooling breath practice. So sitting comfortably, cross-legged. If a chair is better for you, certainly go there. Sit up nice and tall. Focus on your breath, noticing how it flows through the right nostril and the left nostril. Slow and even breath. And then bring the first 2 fingers of your right hand to the right nostril and gently close it off. And now take 5 or 6 breaths, breathing in and out through the left nostril only. Left nostril is considered the moon channel. It's the cooling channel. It can be very calming. This is a great practice to do at night to help you go to sleep, or to fall back asleep if you've woken in the middle of the night. Again, you can do more than 5 or 6 breaths here, but for our purposes today, we'll stop here, release your hand, take another breath or 2, and notice how you feel. Good, opening your eyes. Thanks so much for joining me in this short cooling practice for summer. I hope that you send me some feedback, let me know how this practice feels in your body. Always welcome your questions. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. Namaste.